Hey YouTube, it is the 26th of January 2025. What would you do if the power went out for a week? Are you prepared? I am a prepper. Am I prepared? Probably not. But there's a lot of things that are a priority to me, and I want to be prepared for whatever might happen. This is just a few of my, there's like a couple heaters there, a couple heaters there, a heater there, a heater there. Nobody likes to be cold, right? There's a heater there, there's another heater there, and there's half a dozen more kicking around here somewhere. Keeping food. I have three of these. These are three-way refrigerators. They're propane, 110 volt electric, and 12 volt electric. This is one of those powered coolers that is not compressor driven, but it's 12 volt. It will heat and cool. Bear with me because we're headed somewhere here. I just got to get out back here for a sec. My shop here and my home, not here, are all set up for backup power. They have a designated generator for those. This is a little battery station that I built very recently to keep miscellaneous batteries and to keep them charged, so forth. Now for portable power, this is my one and only jump box, actually. And these aren't very expensive. They sell them at Costco and etc. It didn't last very long. So in the true Tim Taylor ways of doing things, I took this apart and improved it. I found a battery that was actually rated about 10% more amp hour. I believe this had an 18 amp hour battery in it, and I found a 20 or 21 amp hour battery and swapped it out. What I didn't like about this machine, it has a 200 watt outlet. It has an air compressor built in, so they say it's a 1,000 amp jump starter. I don't know where they got that from. 6.2 amp on 1, 2, 3, 4 USB A's. There's no USB C. This is an older unit. You can turn those on kind of individually. Does have a little light there. It did not have a 12 volt plug, a 12 volt cigarette lighter plug. Well, it does now because, like I said, I modified it. So this is better than it started off to be. And then this is a rechargeable flashlight, and I actually used this a couple times this week to take some equipment, portable 120 volt equipment, and to go do some testing, and it worked out pretty good. Let's show you something else that I've discovered over time. We'll shut those off. I'm a big generator guy, so I don't really rely on battery stuff, but sometimes they're convenient. So it's just a Milwaukee battery and has one of those little adapters on it. I didn't know if it'd be any good or what, but I use it almost every day. I actually just charge my phones with it. It has a USB-C outlet. It has a USB-A outlet, and then I don't know what they call this connector here, but it has this connector on the other side. And I've taken it in my vintage camper and stuff to run a fan and so forth. And then this just pops off, slides right off the battery like that. You can get these things Amazon, eBay. They're not expensive, pretty handy to have. But what I didn't own till today is what they call a solar generator, and I wanted to show you. I'm not sponsored by this. I bought this with my own money, but this Fremo portable power station, or solar generator, if you will, just arrived today. So I buy and sell a lot of stuff. I'm kind of wheeler dealer, and I sold some audio equipment, and I decided, because I kind of wanted one, didn't really need it, but I kind of wanted one, let's launch that. So sold some stuff. I took my cash in and bought Amazon gift cards, and then went on Amazon and bought this. Now this took me 4 or 5 days of researching, understanding what my needs were, researching what was out there in the marketplace. I looked at used, and then I decided to buy this one based on its performance and its value for the dollar. Let me put you in the stand because we're going to unbox this together and have a peek. So while we're getting this out of the box, I'll tell you what some of my criteria are. So my wife uses a CPAP machine at night, and a lot of you are in that situation. Like I said, my house and my shop here, two different properties about half a mile apart, are both set up with backup generators. I keep those generators here. I keep them maintained and etc. So I have a Honda EU 7000 IS generator, Bluetooth, fuel injection, all the deal. That backs up the house, right? It's got 1 hour on it. It's a brand new machine. It's 3 years old. Brand new machine. I've never used it. We don't lose power very often. But we did lose power for a few hours the other day. Something happened in our neighborhood and we lost power for a few hours. It's a kind of an effort for me to come out and grab the generator, bring it to the house, get it all set up, fired up, and I don't think we were even up yet. Now, if I'd have had this, I would have grabbed it and plugged her machine in, and she'd have been right back up and running with her breathing machine. What I can't confirm yet, and I have emailed this company, it wasn't a deal breaker for me, so I bought this anyway. I don't have an answer back. Will this work as a UPS, an uninterruptible power source? And again, I can't answer the question because they haven't answered me back, but the idea is you keep this plugged into the wall, plug your CPAP machine into the machine, and should you lose power, it will switch over immediately and allow your CPAP machine to continue to run like nothing ever happened. I looked up her machine on the internet, and it draws about 55 watts. Okay, so what I was looking for was about 10 hours with some little extra. 10 hours of runtime for her CPAP machine. That was the capacity I'm looking for. So this is rated at 650 watts of output. So her CPAP machine is less than 10%. It doesn't require that much electricity to operate. And then I have some other things I want it to do. So we didn't buy this just to run her CPAP machine, although that's a good enough reason to. I want it to be able to run my DJ band, my mystery machine. So I was looking for between 500 and 600 watts of output, and this covers that with about 10% spare. The capacity of this is, I hope I have this right, it's about 650 watt hours. It is over 600. It might be 637 or some number like that. But what I was looking for was her CPAP machine to run for 10 hours on average. It will use 55 watt hours. So 55 watts in 1 hour. And this should run that for about 12 hours, which is, I don't think you're going to sleep longer than 12 hours in whatever kind of environment we have that now has the electricity off. So if you're going to choose something like a battery bank, solar charger, whatever, solar inverter, whatever these are called, you need to know what you want it to do and do your research so you're getting a machine that's adequate. What I see a lot on the internet is people that have more than one of these. They start off with one too small, and then they have to buy another one, a bigger one. Now, when you get bigger than this, price tag really goes up. And there was a lot of consideration before I made the decision of which one to buy, and one of those decisions is money. I don't need this machine. I wanted this machine. It will be more convenient for me to have this machine to do the half a dozen things I want it to do, because remember, I have 17 generators currently. I am a hoarder, and I know that. Okay, so do your research. Let me drop this box off of here. Wow. And here she is, ladies and gentlemen. She's still sealed. So know what your load's going to be and for how long you need it to last. Now the other component could be solar panels. I have a shed out here that is powered by solar panels. Got a couple little batteries in it and an inverter. I'm all about having fun with the sun. So it's kind of cool. And so I thought maybe I should find some solar panels, and I saw some on Marketplace. Guy bought them, never used them. 100-watt foldable panel in a cool little case, and the guy has 3 of them. So I've made arrangements to purchase 3 of them from him, and I hope to pick them up tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Might do another video. Okay, here's a box. Again, I'm doing this more for your information than anything. There's lots of brands out there. There's lots that are more expensive. There's some out there that are less expensive. But make a list of your requirements of what you want it to do. Everybody's going to use theirs differently. Y'all don't have the same ideas that I do about what you want it to do. But I seriously researched 4 or 5 days before I pulled the trigger on this unit. I watched about every video that was available on it. Some were helpful, some were not so helpful. Oh, a Christmas card. We'll stick that back in there for a minute. So I don't know if this is kind of one of the solar panel adapters to get you plugged into the machine. I don't know if it's this compatible with this guy. I don't think it is. Nope. But there are adapters on the market to adapt to this. I have a few cords and such that are like this one. This is one I use in that little Milwaukee battery thing. This is another cord that also fits that Milwaukee one. And we'll find adapters that fit this as well. That's kind of why I want to get it unboxed and look around a little bit and see what I need to order. The solar panels I'm going to pick up tomorrow, I have a whole kit full of adapters. So it's kind of a universal panel that should be able to work with any brand of these. So I'm going to have 300 watts of solar panels. However, this is not likely to accept 300 watts of solar. Okay, so I'm going to put these back in there. There's the 12-volt recharger for this. You can look up the specs and performance and stuff on your own. Some of the ones I looked at had the charger built into the machine and just gave you a cord, like a computer power cord. This one has the brick. I don't know why there'd be an advantage one to the other. Have the brick separate. The machine itself would be lighter. I don't know. Well packaged, I'd say. They do sell a nice padded insulated carry bag, which I may get. This is also not the lightest one in the world, but it's not super heavy either. Okay. So one thing I am curious about, okay, this is the input for the charger, the 110 volt charger, 12 volt charger, and for your solar panels. So I put those cords away. But I did want to see if the 12 volt outlet is the same as these cords I've already invested in. It looks the same. Sweet. Okay, so that makes me happy. So this gives me, from whatever cords I have, I don't remember all of them. Some of them are in my camper at the moment. But I have 3 or 4 12 volt fans because we have lots of RVs. So this is handy for that. Whether we're in a vehicle or in my vintage camper that's not even wired for 12 volt. Now, let's I'll go over real quick. The outlets has 4 USB A's, has 2 USB C's. This one is 20 watt. This one is 100 watt, which might blow your phone up. I don't know. I should try it. 2 AC outlets. Notice the grounds are pointing in opposite directions, so if you've got a cube, you should be able to plug both of those in. You might look at some of those. Some of them have the outlets with the grounds down, and you try to plug a cube in, 2 cubes in, you might have a problem. But anyway, this had all of the plugs that are important to me. The display is on top. It is going to come up. That's cool. It's at 30% charge currently. And I'll move this out to my battery center, and we'll get it all charged up. But yeah, do some research on it if this is something you want. My video today is not necessarily about this particular machine, but it's about options for acquiring a machine and how to go about picking one out. And then you can make a decision on which machine kind of on your own. So these, if you go to their website, they're about $200 to $230, somewhere in that. I went to Amazon and they offered a substantial coupon. I think it was $229 with $80 off, something like that. So it was around $230, $240, something like that. Okay, and that's the Fremo, Fremo X700. Again, I'm not sponsored, but I've spent 4 or 5 days researching for something that fits my circumstances and my price range, and this is the machine. It surpassed all the other brands. I just am so fussy when I pick stuff like this out. I spend a lot of time with it. Okay, so if you turn on the machine, the USB portion of the machine comes on. If you turn on the AC, your AC outlets come on. If you turn on the DC on, very nice display for this size. The DC portions come on. And then let's turn those off. We'll leave it off. Check this out. Oop, I didn't take the package cover. Oop, there it is. Try and save that for later. Now we turn on the little light. It may have, yeah, ability to make it not so bright. Little SOS action, and it's supposed to come out of there. It's got a magnet on it. And a switch somewhere. Okay, it hasn't had a chance to charge yet. So, but anyway, that thing charge up, you can take it in your tent with you or whatever, and you'll have it. So, again, this video isn't intended to be just about this particular machine. It's just about choosing a machine, getting one that works right for you so you don't end up buying 2 of them. And then do your research of which one fits your lifestyle. And this one fits mine very well. I'm very happy that it came very quickly, actually. Let's see. Probably have to hold that down a few seconds. There it goes. So it's awesome. I'm going to set it up and get it charging. And I'll bring you back one last time. So we got it on the shelf there and plugged in and charging. It will tell me things like it's taken 174 watts. If we had power going out, it would tell me over here how much power is coming out of it. So yeah, pretty handy little display, and it's displayed up on top. That could be convenient. I don't know if that's a big deal to me or not. Anyway, and if you get a chance, build you something that fits your items and so forth. Like this little battery center, I just built this. There's a video here a few weeks ago. Remember, I post videos on Saturday and Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. But I filmed a couple months in advance, so this will probably come up a couple weeks before a video on these power machines come up. So check that out if it interests you. I just built it out of scrap wood. I got nothing in it. Put a plug strip on this side. So I just took the time to build something, knowing that this was coming, and keeping everything organized and being able to charge batteries and keep all these batteries up. I'm also going to mount an inverter to it. I have a pile of them upstairs, and that just would allow me to hook up one of these 12-volt batteries to an inverter, just for, you know, some quick emergency, or there may be a use for it one day. But if you're set up for it, it'll just work for you. And I need to fix something, a bag, a box, something to keep all of those cords in and put them in one place. As I acquire others or find others, I want to put them all in one place here at this little battery station. So that's next. I'm going to do that right now, so all my cords can be handy and accounted for. Guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Share it with someone that is maybe in the market for a machine like this, a battery bank, a solar inverter machine. I think they should come up with a better name for it, but I'll work on that. So guys, give it a thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I may do another video on it when I get my solar panels in, and we may play around with that a little bit. And one of my visions was, will it run the Mystery Machine? And I am going to try that. But we'll probably film that because that will be fun. So if you don't know, I have a mobile DJ business, and this is my mobile DJ vehicle. We're getting ready to do an inside car show at our state fairgrounds inside. This has, you know, computer, wireless microphone, FM broadcast capabilities, mixer, 3 amplifiers, equalizer, etc. And I run everything with an EU1000 Honda generator. I do have an EU2000 in there as a backup, or if I need to run all 3 amplifiers, I do step up to the EU2000 to keep the generator in eco mode where it's quieter. But will this battery bank run the Mystery Machine? It probably only needs 400 or 500 watts to run it. And if I put 200 watts of solar panels out on a day where I'm outside, you know, it could supplement this machine, supplement its capacity. And I do cruise-ins on Thursday nights during, you know, June, July, August, that kind of thing. And it's only like from 4 till 7:30. So will it run it for 3.5 hours? And I don't need a generator? That would be interesting. I don't need it to do that, but will it? That's the challenge. We'll play with that this summer. Stay tuned. We'll see you on the next video. All right, guys, little extra footage. I just picked up 3 of these Allpowers 100-watt foldable portable solar panels. And this is kind of completing my prepper portion of the solar generator thing. So I've actually found these on Marketplace. They are unused, secondhand. The gentleman that sold them bought portable panels, but he really wants a more permanent installation. They're like full-time RVers, so they thought this was a good idea. Now they think hard panels are a better idea. So it happens, and I relieved him of these 3. So very, very happy to have these to add to my collection. Weird noise in the background. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I got these, and I also wanted to mention that these, I've seen them in different brands. So somebody makes these, and then many people brand these. So yeah, you look around a little bit, and if you find this with a different logo on it, stuff, I think they're all the same. And it does come, every one of these came with all kinds of adapters and so forth for plugging into different machines and plugging these together. So this is 300 watts, which is more than my battery bank will take. However, I think they know how to throttle themselves. It's not going to take in more than it's designed for. But you typically will never see 100% of 100 watts out of one of these panels, unless you're like, I don't know, in an airplane or something, and right up with no barriers between you and the sun. It's just not going to happen. So having 300 watts potential, I think my machine will accept 175, 200, something like that. So I think it'll throttle itself down. So it has to do that for its power supply anyway. So yeah, look for these panels or some similar to it. I certainly looked at a lot of them that were way less output. This is what I kind of fell in love with, and then was surprised to find 3 of these for sale locally, and yeah, made the deal. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for watching the videos, and we'll catch you again on the next one.